Hi everybody. Last night I posted on my channel about blood pressure management, so I hope that you did see that. But today I wanted to talk about diabetes, specifically patients who are newly diagnosed with diabetes. I did get a couple of emails about that, so I wanted to talk to you about it. Um, I'm going to try to make these videos, I'm not going to make them too long. I just want to kind of get to the point about effective diabetes management. But when you are newly diagnosed with diabetes by your primary care doctor, they'll give you a treatment plan involving medications, what medications they feel is appropriate for you, whether it be oral or PO medications versus insulin or medications that you have to, inject insulins and things to that degree. So the primary care doctor will discuss with you regarding what type of medication that is appropriate for you, okay? When you do speak to your primary care doctor about diabetes, you want to ask them how often they feel that you should check it, whether it be once a week, or if you're on insulin, it might be, 2 to 3 times a day, or, depending. So you definitely want to get a schedule, if you will, of how often to check your blood sugar. But if you are placed on insulin, your primary care doctor places you on insulin, then the office or the primary care doctor, or if there is a diabetic nurse on site or a diabetic nurse educator on site who will teach you on how to administer insulin. So between your primary care office or any diabetic educator, if they are at the office, they should be able to give you um, a good understanding of how to manage your medications and how to administer insulin, how to check your blood glucose values and things to that degree, okay? There's a couple of things that you want to do when you're checking your blood sugar values. It's a good idea to log the values on a regular basis, put the date, just like maybe a journal, put the date with the values that you have. Normal blood sugar values, or I should say the target range of blood sugar values, according to the American Diabetes Association, is before meals, it should be between 80 to 130. So let's say you wake up in the morning, for example, you check your blood sugar, you fasted overnight, so you wake up in the morning and your blood sugar, it should be between the target, according to the American Diabetes Association, should be between 80 to 130, all right? So let's say you have a meal uh, and then you recheck it about an hour or two later. The target value after a meal for a patient with diabetes should be less than 180. Okay, so those are the values that you kind of want to kind of gauge with. There's a lot of information on the American Diabetes Association website about diet. There's values there for normal blood sugar values as well. Another good resource for diabetes management is the CDC.gov website, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC.gov website. When you go to that website and you just type in search, just type in diabetes, they'll give you like all very great information in there as well. They'll talk about signs of hypoglycemia, hyperglycemia, so you could read that. But the values that you want to be aware of are your blood sugar values, how often you should take them, log them down. There's another lab test that you want to be knowledgeable about as well, and that's called the hemoglobin A1C. So with the hemoglobin A1C value, it basically measures your blood sugar values over a period of time. So the period of time is between 2 to 3 months. So that's a good way for you to also gauge your blood sugar values and how effective you're doing in your disease management process. So according to the American Diabetes Association, the target hemoglobin A1C value should be less than 7 for patients with diabetes, okay? So that's another value that you want to be aware of, hemoglobin A1C. And I'm not going to go over diet. You know, you could find that in the CDC.gov website or the American Diabetes Association website. Like I said, they'll give you a great diet plan there. But overall, effective and good blood sugar control is being compliant and consistent with your medications. It might have to be adjusted a couple of times in the beginning until the right one is found, but just keep, you know, checking it regularly, taking your medications, logging the values, having your hemoglobin checked regularly, whether it be, you know, whether you go for blood work twice a year or 3 times a year. That's again a great value to be knowledgeable about. And you know, follow up with your primary care doctor routinely about your values, and again, logging them is a great way for you to, you know, remember everything. You're logging them, and then when you're at your next doctor's office visit, you could show them the values. Now, in terms of management, you could either be managed by a primary care physician, or if you want a specialist, you could go to an endocrinologist about it. That's kind of up to you, and how you feel about it, along with your primary care doctor, and so on and so forth. Okay, I'm gonna post on the comments the websites for the diabetes management, and you know, any other questions I'll answer. I actually got 2 emails from patients who had questions specifically about new diabetics. So I hope that you like the video, and I will speak with you soon. Okay, thanks, bye.